Hello guys, what's up? How are you guys doing? Yeah, hi guys. Good afternoon. Just want to what's happening in the market. There is CAD CPI in about 11 minutes. I don't really trade that, so I'm trying to see if it will cause some volatility on this side. This is a zone that we did have from the morning session. There were two zones. I said to be around here. It was more of a It was more of a kind of like a resistance zone. Then price breaks above, becomes a support. So initially got the first reaction off of it. But since we just entered the New York session, I pretty much want to just see how the market's going to behave with the card news. Then probably see if I can have up some bit of entry opportunities. Though I may not focus out on Euro USD, but I'll be watching it as well. I personally do trade a lot of gold. We failed to come back down to our area over here, so I'm going to have to reassess this and see the market's keeping above. Okay, interesting. It is keeping above. Still looking bullish from this area, though it's a consolidation. We failed to close above that high that we're waiting to close above. So hopefully the card news would probably push, but I don't think it will affect gold that much. Never know. So about 10 minutes for the card news to end as waiting for an opportunity on this. Yeah, what's up, Prime? Sammy, how are you doing? All right, that's great. It's great. It's great. That's great. So I'm not really doing anything much on the markets right now because I'm waiting for possible volatility that may come in that I'm not interested in. So usually I just have to, just watch the market move around different pairs. This was the setup I had on EuroCard today morning. So the market is moving as anticipated, just hasn't gotten into the zone. And of course, if it gets into the zone, it's when we now tend to look for the confirmation, right? So we tend to look for a confirmation and gets into the zone. So for now, it's pretty much watching, just watching to see what happens next. So sometimes trading can be boring, especially for full-time traders, because you're going to just sit back. When you're looking for opportunities, you're still on the chat and watching. When you're not looking for them, you're pretty much not doing anything at all. So Nasdaq is still. Oh wait, where was this? Where was this? Oh yeah, I was anticipating a retracement on Nasdaq because we had this area here. Wait, I need to look at this setup properly. Oh yeah, so this was it. This was the fake out area. We were waiting for a closure above that. That happened. We are seeing that retracement happening, but Nasdaq's a pair I look for like an hour and 35 minutes from now. So now I'm looking for the opportunities on Nasdaq because of that opening volatility for the market open. For example, this would have been an area of interest, but I prefer trading Nasdaq during the time macros because the moves will be faster for me. So for now, I'll just watch it and let it be. Probably hope it pushes me above this high by 4:30. There looks like a nice buy setup may form up, but I'm not going to rush into Nasdaq right now. It has about an hour and 5 minutes to for the stock market to open. Yeah, so let's watch this and see our Euro card. See if it can push us to this area. Let me just check up the figures again. Let me just check up the figures, the forecast figures, just to see if there's a possibility of us pushing down there. Oh, so it may actually even go longer than that, just because the forecast I'm seeing here is very dangerous. Let's see if we just open one, two, trend CPI. Yeah, so this is most likely going to sell. Most likely. I haven't done like extensive analysis on Eurocard, but there is a possibility that's most likely going to sell based on the figures I'm seeing. So it may go down beyond that. That means gold may probably push to my zone. Just never know. So since it's just card news, when I want it to get done, it's already selling. I want this card news to get done, then I will now look for a proper entry because may cause some volatility. So this was the zone I wanted to look out for on gold, the first area of interest. Then this was the second one. So let's watch them and see what transpires. I haven't had any serious sweep here. No, not yet. I haven't had any serious sweep. No sweep, no setup for me. Still trading the same strategy we came up with at the boot camp. So let's see how this plays out. I mean, even Euro USD may sell to the buying zone. So we're going to check them out after the news comes out from Eurocard. Yeah, not really major impact yet, but did drop to the downside, but not really that aggressive. It means card CPI. So just see. Oh, okay, came out at 0.5, so it's gonna kind of be strong. So it may continue down a little bit further. It may continue down a little bit further because the figures actually came out a bit stronger for the currency. Anyway, that's out of the way. So let's now start seeing what our goal is doing. Is it pushing any closer to our area of interest? Nah, not really, not yet. We still have some time. I mean, this whole area is an area of interest. It's just so big, so I had refined it down to this. So I'm gonna just keep it at this. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. So let's wait and see how it plays out there. It's the Euro card thing. I think the Euro card zone is still valid. The Euro card zone should still be valid, I guess. Though the figures are very positive. It may not be like a long-term buy move. It may be short-term because the inflation is really high. And can I remember, I think guys were in the morning session. I remember telling you guys that when like oil prices increase even a little, Canada is one of the most affected economies, basically because they are a manufacturing economy. So they rely so much on oil, like so much. They do rely on oil a lot. So just watch. Oh, I need to check your US. I need to check your USD as well to just see if it's getting any closer to our zone. So Eurocard is coming closer to the zone. So one of two things happen. Comes in, you get a confirmation. The buys may not be so strong. Probably be like a 1 to 2 or something like that. We break below. I look for a sell opportunity that would support the buyers generally, right? And this whole zone is probably like it's a daily or a weekly zone. That daily zone, right? It's entirely a daily zone. Okay. Okay. So Euro USD is still in the zone. Just need to see if it gets a confirmation around this zones that we can see here. Okay. Isn't gold to push down to the zone. So let's first see what's on a 5 minute time from here on Euro USD. Oof. So I expect it to push up, but I'm not seeing a proper confirmations yet. So just watch and see. Oh, okay. This might be something. We're into the golden zone for guys to trade the OTE or use the fib. So it's something that may want to watch out for. Okay, so we're pushing to the zone down. No gap today on gold. I mean, sometimes it depends just on the servers. The server I use to do my analysis never shows me a gap. But let me just see on a different server here because mine never ever shows me a gap. No, there was no gap. If one there has no gap, there was no gap. So now the golden zone, our price is still into it, but let's just see if it gives us anything. Other than that, we still have our levels below that we can wait for price to come to. The momentum is good now to the downside. So just watch and see. Just watch and see. And so guys, on the fib tool, the way I usually apply it is I looked at the impulsive move on this. When I'm looking at the structure, look at like an impulse, correction, an impulse, right? So I haven't customized this fib, it's on default. So I pick it from where this retracement begins, then I drag it down. So it's a default fib tool. It's a default fib tool. It shows you retracement levels and possible projection levels. So that's how I apply my fib tool. It's a default fib tool. So it comes from the higher high to the higher low in an uptrend and vice versa in a downtrend. So one thing you can take note is that the momentum that has come into this candle is a lot. So usually you don't fight the momentum. So let's look at the price action in higher time frames and see. We had two zones initially, which was this and this, right? The momentum is pretty much to the downside. So let's see what does the 4 look like. Okay, it's more of a reversal. Short-term reversal, right? Now I'm looking at the price action, all the candlesticks. What story are they telling me? So I need to first get rid of the drawings. So this is silver. Silver also has the zone down there that I'm waiting for price to get to. So usually back then, my mindset would be like, okay, if it's coming down, let me take a sell then. But lately, I don't really like trading our retracements. I want to be more comfortable. But it's not like the opportunities don't be there. It's not like they don't be there. Because, for example, if you had looked at today morning, actually, I think I explained this perfectly for guys who are in the session. I expected it to come back up a bit, then drop. And it's what it did. It came back, then it's dropping, right? This around 12 after the session, 1 p.m. after the session, because I expected it to come back up a bit, then drop. Otherwise, let me just draw this back behind a little bit. Yeah, so back then I would have wanted to take that sell, but lately I want to take more of the much more comfortable trades. The momentum is really so high. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, because silver is in the zone. Momentum is too high still. Okay, so the momentum is a bit too high, but just keep watching and seeing what happens with the market. So guys, I want to just show you something here. There is this, right? So there is this level on the fib that I just clarify on. So usually, when you're reading this, when you're reading the fib tool, why I usually customize it because we read the percentage of the retracement. Like, okay, basically in my strategy, I read the percentage of the retracement. So if this is an impulse, I want it to come back to at least 0.618 or 61.8 of the impulsive move, right? So usually the figure that's up here, I tend to invert them down so that I read I don't know how to explain it, that percentage of retracement that has occurred. Now, usually some people want to read the 61.8 to 78, which would have been what you call the optimum trade entry levels. What would be the optimum trade entry levels? Some people want to look for them, but when you look at the normal fib, they are up here, right? At the normal fib, they are up this side. But then when you're trading the optimum trade entry, because those are the golden levels, it's supposed to be down. So usually what we do, we customize the fib level. I just left mine on default, I think, because I was showing some how to use it. But usually we customize them and oh, it's a rectangle, not the fib. Usually we customize these. Where am I getting the? Oh, here. Usually customize and first remove the projection levels. Then you're going to change from down this side. The 0.32 usually becomes your 0.618. Then you're going to add in. This will not be in. Oh yeah, you'll have to have the 0.79. And then here you won't have any of these. Neither will you have that. Is that the right way? Have I done it right? I've swapped it the other way around. This one be there. That one be there. So usually this is how we want to use the fib tool. So that when you're reading the retracement levels, you're reading the percentage of the retracement. The colors are not so good. These colors are not nice at all. So you can see that the levels I have here between my 0.618 and my 79, this become the OTs, and you can see the reaction of the golden zone. It's always a strong reaction around these areas. But this is how we prefer to customize our fib retracement, or how I prefer to customize my fib retracement away from that default. So I usually customize it like this. Does this become so? So I just watch lower time frame. Since we are still in the OTE levels, let's just see all the golden zones. Let's see what the market does around this. What reaction we get. We have an hour candle going to close soon. Would that point be a liquidity zone? Which point exactly are you talking about? The one down here would be a possible entry zone, but one area of interest. Usually I don't like calling them liquidity zones. The areas of interest, or areas where you could potentially look for buying opportunities. So let's see this in 5 minutes. It's forming something nice here. But we have a new now candle going to what? Going to open. Oh, and silver might have respected the zone, kind of. Okay. It's also around the zone, trying to give us that push to this area. Let's look at Euro USD. If it got into the zone, it came back and retapped on the zone. It's now pushing up. Let's see. Okay. Not really getting the best confirmation patterns. Give me the nice buys. I think I'll just stick to mostly gold as usual. So the euro became a bit funny. The pound, sorry, became a bit funny. It's been so choppy. Still holding around this zone here. But not really going anywhere from there. So I'll leave it at that. And I will stick to gold and euro USD. Okay. Oh, about 5.8 pips. 1620. Okay. Could be some good stuff on euro USD for a clean 1 to 2. Let's wait for the candle to close. And gold is looking good as well. They don't enter from this. That gave me kind of like a confirmation pattern, because usually that next candle may come with a lot of volatility, and sometimes can come to this next area of interest. So that happens sometimes. It just depends on what the risk is as well. If it's below 100 pips, I can usually take the risk. If it's below 100 pips, okay, it's below 100. It's also below 100. So let me see. That's 5 minutes. I can wait for the 1 hour candle to close. See how we open up. Though it's a risk I'm comfortable taking, it's below 100 pips, so it's always okay for me for that case. So risk like half of my position on the entry here, then the half on the next position in case this one fails, because I still have another zone after that. And I'll take this because it gave me a confirmation as well, so that's never a problem on my side. So 1 to 2. So usually why I will do that is because I expect the next 1 hour candle to first give me a push to the downside usually. Now that push could be aggressive sometimes it won't be aggressive. So here I'm having an entry but off the golden zone or the optimum trade entry areas, not the usual classic demand levels or support and resistance levels. Today it's off the OTE. It's about 70 pips on risk, targeting alpha 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. But I've risked half my position because my actual area of interest that I prefer is the demand level. And in case the new candle opens with high volatility, it can come and sweep below, then continues. It's something I've experienced a couple of times. So I give myself a buffer whenever I'm taking such trades. So 1 minute for the new 1 hour candle to open. So usually that's where the problem comes in. That 1 hour candle with that push to the down side. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. 1 minute in. Oh, my stop loss is in, so I'm good to go. Then it opens. It can have some volatility sometimes it won't. Yes, I also need to measure where the 1 to 1 is at 35 pips. Usually to secure my position just in case. Or here to be at 70 pips, my 1 to 1. To be someone put at a 74, 70 pips around that for my 1 to 1. It's going to TP1. Let's see. Hopefully it hits TP1 at least, so that I get to secure my position as well. So this is our TP1 area. So going in for that retracement down to form the wick to the downside. Let's see how it goes. There is that 5 minutes supply level that could create a retracement or push us lower. So it's one of the things you have to just pay attention to. If price goes above it, then we are sure price could come to this take profit too. But expect it to push us sometimes down to this level before you continue, or even to the level below it. So you have to watch the price action around the whole chart. You know what your obstacles are and everything else. So let's just watch and see how it plays out. See Euro USD. This was a nice kind of range. This is something I'll be comfortable buying, by the way. So let me see. It's about 9 pips. So it's about 10. Go for about 20 on this. We use our two zones on this, so I'll just do the same. Since I've already risked on gold, I'm not going to risk much on Euro USD because it may take longer to like move. Gold may move faster, but Euro USD may take some time to actually move. So I'm going to do the same on Euro USD. I'm going to buy Euro USD. Then here my stop loss right below this wick. Going for a 1 to 2 still. Now so wait and see what gold decides to do. So having that retracement back down. So wait and see how it goes. So usually you also need to save your setups just for practice purposes. So I'll download them and yeah, watch and see what happens with the markets. So we have a new 5 minute candle. We need some good bullish momentum to come and take out that supply level on the left. If we're going to continue pushing to the upside. Just give us an evening star around that supply level. So if it closes below this low, it's most likely gonna, because it will give us an evening start, will most likely push down out our demand level here. If we close below the low of the previous 5 minute candle, you can see it was an indecision candle. If it closes below, I may do some a kind of like a trade management, because that will be a signal that price wants to go lower. So usually what I do, I reduce my risk, just do trade management, give myself a buffer. But if it doesn't, I'll just stick in and just wait and see how it plays out. Then I think it's about time I start watching Nasdaq because it's already 4 p.m. Okay, now that came down into the zone, I stopped on this other zone. Okay, we haven't gotten to this. We have been a 30-minute time frame. I think I'll still wait from this zone, then the extreme as well. And watch silver as well. I'm not going to trade all the pairs by the way. I'm just looking for the pairs just in case. They have a very good opportunity, but if they don't have, I'm not really going to stress with them. This has a demand level nicely here, by the way. It has, I think, called the type 2 demand level. The second extreme one would be the one below it around this, the long wick rejection. But we shall get to that later. Let's first watch this and see what's happening with silver. Okay, silver. I don't have any proper confirmation on silver, but it came and tapped onto this other level and it's pushing up. So yeah, stick to Euro USD and gold for now. Watch those two and see how they play out. Watch and see how gold and Euro USD play out. Gold is back up in profits. It's failed to close below, which is a good sign. The candle still has about 3 minutes to close though, so guess that's a positive sign. See if we can head for TP1. The zone seems to be strong, but let's just see if we can head for TP1. The momentum is building up nicely. Right. Oh, it's moving in almost a TP1, but okay, we're getting a push in. See if we could get TP1 at least. Then so the zone is still holding a lot. So the new 15-minute candle. It has pretty bad momentum to the downside. Let's see if it closes below the 5 minutes. Then to show that that supply level has a very strong, or is very strong, sorry. So price may want to retrace a bit lower. So let's see how this candle closes. It closes in about the next 2 minutes. What's this? Yes, so it's not closing below. Good sign. Let's see. The first time we almost hit TP1, price came back to a drawdown. Let's see if this time it can get enough momentum to push to TP1 at least, so that we move a bit more risk free. To actually make most to do much better if it closed bullish, but it's closed bearish still. So probably a possibility of a weak fill to the downside is still there because the bearish momentum is still in, as you can see. Let's see what silver is doing, by the way, in the meantime. So your USD is slow. It can be there for a long period of time, but may move in the next 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes of the hour, right, is when I may see Euro USD moving. Silver is still around the same areas as well. The market's being a bit slow. I don't know why. Now we're getting that push we have been looking for on gold. Let's see if we hit TP1 at least. Let's see if this time the push can take us to TP1. So that 5 minute supply level is proving to be strong, but I think because it does align with some kind of like failed support, that's a resistance. It's why we're getting that kind of reaction around that. Actually happens to be a strong level. Just watch and see how it plays out anyway. Instagram. Uh, actually, uh, yeah, so the zone has become really hectic. As you can see, price is rejecting it multiple times. Not a good sign, but I don't want to be lazy to jump out of my trade. So I'm gonna just hold and see how price will behave. Eventually it may break above, may break below. Let's wait until the next 30-minute candle. If you can break above this zone has become so stubborn. It's gotten too strong. So you can see the zone that we're rejecting multiple times. It's not a good sign, but we're going to just hang. I'm going to hang on to my trade for a bit. See if we can. If we get below this, then I'll do trade management. Probably just take out like most of the position, reduce the lot size or something like that, and look for another opportunity. I'm still in the Euro USD as well. I mean, silver has eventually pushed up, but I didn't get a clean entry on silver, that's why I didn't take it. extra like 2 minutes to the 30-minute candle to open and open up. I think the new one. So it will probably give us the final momentum or which side you are going to go, most likely. Okay, so it's open, push to the upside, not a very good sign because it has to come back down from the week. So it depends on how far down it could come back. Just gonna need some more time. So you can see rejections in the zone are still very strong. They're failing to break that zone. Let's just see how it plays out. And silver has actually bought aggressively, if I'm not mistaken. But gold has found a resistance around that level. Silver has pushed some good pips. On the other hand, gold has actually failed to really push. Silver resistance may be somewhere around here. Or let's see, gold might have found its resistance around the supply level. But it's just a few pips from TP1. But I'm not closing at TP1. I'm just going to take out, I'm on just break even or reduce my stop loss at TP1. That's what I'll practically just do. Sometimes I took like 50% out. If I don't feel like the trade is looking good, so I may take like 50% out. So it was 10 pips away from TP1, or still having good in TP1, so I'm still in till I get to TP1. I may just take like half the position, close half the position, and stay in. On the other half, reduce the risk on it. But I just need to get to TP1 at least, so that my risk is balanced. I mean, pretty much that's how Monday price action behaves. So if you've seen what has been happening all through the dates, what Monday does. So I sample, I think, are never very comfortable trading Mondays, so you can see how it always keeps behaving. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So he goes to TP1, probably like 5 pips. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna reduce out some positions on this. Half my positions. So that's under. So I've booked half my profits. The lot size I was using. It's even now beyond TP1. So I'm gonna just come and reduce my risk on this side. So I need to adjust my stop losses about 29 pips. 438 1.23. So I'll just adjust my stop loss on the remaining positions. 438 1.84. So is 438 or 1.84. Yes, so my side, I think I'm pretty okay on that. So I'll just watch the rest and see how it plays out. So this is the point of sometimes booking your profits early and minimizing your risk just in case. And the next candle wants to come back all the way down. But now I'm pretty much safe from everything. So I'll just watch whatever come may. The momentum looks like it wants to go bearish. Let's just watch and see how it goes. Pretty much I'm safe now. I didn't break even. I just reduced the risk I had on the last position. Reduce it to below these lows. Other than break even. Because I just felt like at the break even even in a safe place, price could easily come back for it. And since I've booked like half the position I had at TP1, or even if it comes and hits the stop loss, I wouldn't have made much, but it would still be something. So I think silver already reached its resistance as well. Or no, yeah, it reached around the resistance level where it is. So it's also having that reaction there. So you expect it on both sides. Now they can correlate. So not direct correlation, but same is going to happen to gold. Would push down a bit. See if it fails to continue up here. We have the zone below that is still very intact. Probably give us a confirmation. So let me look at the 15-minute candle to see what the momentum that's coming in might be. Also, in the 15-minute, we saw a very strong rejection. So could there be a weak fill to the upside? Probably not. It's going to just push down because took out all these highs, swept them, filled the imbalance. So it's pretty much a sign to go lower. I'm gonna leave the positions in, but I don't think it's going any higher with the price action I'm seeing here. Yes, I'm gonna just watch it from there. If it comes and fills it up, well and good. If it doesn't, I'll wait for this zone. Yes, at least I wouldn't be in a loss because of the profits I did book earlier on. And I don't think I be on the charts beyond 5 p.m. So I'm gonna just let it be that way. Let's check Nasdaq and see what happened in Nasdaq. So I didn't go for the Nasdaq trade partially because I was already on gold and Euro USD. So it's pushing to the zones, right? But I'm not going to take this, regardless of what happens to these zones. I'm not going to take anything on Nasdaq because I'm already into trades. So I think I'll focus more on the trades I'm in. Okay, this is interesting. It's decided to just come back up. All right, so it's back up. Momentum is good, so probably looking to take profits. All right, so I headed to take profits nicely. You can see, nice, 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 nice. All right, so take profit hit. Nice. All right, guys, take profit hit 9 minutes to 5, which would have been the time I have to go off. Nasdaq decided to buy from there. Not bad. Yes, so that's it. It's gone maybe in take profit. I haven't even closed my last position and it's just shooting. So yes, so I think that's it for that day. Gonna call it a day from there. I think probably tomorrow I'll share the links in case I'm coming back on the live. Oh, Ivan, I hope you took that trade, right? I hope you took that trade. 150 pips, it's now in about 170 pips. Yeah, nice. All right, guys, have a nice evening.